My name is Ravi Coltrane. I'm a tenor saxophonist and occasionally a soprano saxophonist, composer and band leader. That will be a quintet, and it's going to be interesting. There'll be one member of my quartet in that band, one member of my quintet in that band, one member I've never really performed with that much, and one member who I'm playing with tonight here at Ronnie Scott's. So it's a kind of a, it's interesting. You go throughout your life and you start finding out which energies are really kind of working well together. Individually, all of these musicians are great, but finding the most unique combinations, that's been a lot of fun for me to do this year. I plan on doing more of that next year. That's what we're going to see next year at Cheltenham. The record features a couple of groups. My long-standing band of about 10 years with Louis Perdomo and Drew Grass and E.J. Strickland. And it features another band that I recorded my second album on in 1999, 2000. CD, or it's an album or a CD or an LP or a compact. It's one of those. The project was called From the Round Box. So the Spirit Fiction, this new recording features both of these groups. Some original music, some music written by the composer Ralph Alessi, who's a trumpeter who also is featured on the album. It's a bunch of ideas, and we just kind of see which things work together. There's if the hearts and mind behind the festival, if all of those things are in line, and they usually are, people put these shows on because they love the music and they want to do something meaningful and fun and spirited for the community. They're some of the greatest types of gigs to play. You're playing for an audience that's very appreciative. You're playing in an environment where there's many things happening, so you might be able to see 2 or 3 bands in the course of a day or 2. It's great for the musicians. We can interact in ways that we don't normally do. When one person is leaving, beginning at the club, the previous person is already gone. So there's not much overlap that way. But at festivals, yes, it can often be like a great reunion. I'm hearing them all the time. I'm discovering them. I'm being told about them from other musicians. YouTube is a great source now. Somebody can mention a name, or you can say, "Hey, I'm looking for a bassist. Do you know anybody? Oh, check this guy out." You can go right there and see him play in a lot of different situations, a lot of different contexts. It's a great auditioning tool, and they're fantastic musicians everywhere. The harder thing, again, for me, is the combinations, how we affect each other as a group. Individually, they're massive, incredible artists coming out of the woodwork from every country in the world. But how it all comes together, that's something you can only find out in the moment. I'm going to be exploring more combinations of players, forming different types of bands. Again, having a band, having a primary unit for 10 years, it benefited, me, it benefited us as a group in many ways. Yet, I've always wanted to do this other thing as well, forming new groups and really trying to be to get outside of my comfort zone, to be pulled and stretched in different directions. So I'm planning all that for next year. I'm probably going to hopefully record again next year, and hopefully I'll be back in London. Well, I'll be back in the UK.